Good day everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. In today's video I will be teaching you how to make bias skirts. Bias skirt is that skirt that is fitted and flare, and this skirt can be made, you can produce many as you can in a day. Okay, it's very easy and it's a simple skirt, and at the same time is an office skirt. So if this is what you're interested in, let's get started. So I have my fabric right here. This fabric is about 2.5 yards. Okay, so the number of your yards will determine the length of the fabric. Okay, like in this case I have like less than 2.5 yards. Like I said, that is, it's more than 2 yards. So right now we are going to start. Now here is the width of this fabric. Here is the width. So this is the total width. So I'm going to fold it into 2 equal half like this. Can you see? So I fold it into 2 equal half this way. So after folding it this way, can you see? The next thing, I'm going to refold it again. So I'm going to refold it again diagonally like this. Can you see? So after folding it like this, the next thing is to place it very well. Then we can start in full. Okay, so I'm just trying to lay it properly so that I will have I won't have any shortage at the end of the day. Okay, so as you can see right here, I've laid it in properly. So the next thing is just to go ahead and apply the measurements which I will be using for this skirt. So the first thing I will be doing right here is to determine the hip. So I will be working with the hip. It is the hip, the size of the hip or the hip measurements which I'm going to use to mark the waist. So for instance, the hip circumference which I'm using here is 36 inches. Okay, so 36 inches divided by 4 will give me 9 inches. So I'm going to subtract 1.5 from that 9. So get it right, please. I'm subtracting 1.5 inch from that 9 inches. Okay, so which gives me 7.5. So it is this 7.5 I'm going to trace from this side. Okay, so I'm going to mark. Let me move it closer so that you can see it very well or vividly. So I'm going to make sure that I get to that 7.5, placing my staple this way. So yes, this is 7.5 right here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark. I'm going to mark it this way. Can you see? I've marked it. So like I said, I'm working with the hip circumference of 36 inches. If for instance your whole hip is like 40 inches, so 40 inches divided by 4 gives 10 inches. So you are going to deduct 1.5 from 10 inches, for instance. So 1.5 or 10 inches minus 1.5 will give us 8.5. So it is, we are going to trace it, making sure that you get to 8.5. So it's going to be around this side. But because I'm using a lesser hip circumference, that's why I have mine here. I hope it's clear. So right now that I've marked it, I'm going to go over again to this point. I'm going to look for the midpoint. Okay, so the midpoint here, I have it here. I have the midpoint here. That is the center point. I hope you understand. So from that point, I'm going to come down by 0.5 inch. So I'm coming down by 0.5 inch here. Can you see? So from that point, I'm going to trace it round just slightly down to this point. Then also from here down to this side. So I'm going to make a slight curve, okay, like this. Can you see? So I also do likewise here. I make a slight curve right here. Can you see? So it's ready on the base side or on the waist side. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark the full length for the skirt. So I'm going to bring it over like this. So the length I will be using for in this case, I will be making use of 30 inches for the length. Yours could be shorter than that or smaller than that, and it could be longer than that. It actually depends on how long or short you want the length of your skirt to be. But in my own case, I want it 30 inches. So I'll place my tape rule right here. Can you see? Right here. Then I mark 30 inches. So you can see 30 inches. Now, if you're making like long one, it means the fabric you're going to get is going to be more than 2.5 inch. Okay, you got like three yards of fabric. So the longer, the more the width of your fabric, the longer the length you will get at the end of the day. So I mark 30 inches right here. Then I'm going to place it again like this, round. I will be marking that same 30 inches round this waistline. Can you see? I mark 30 inches. I place it like this. Then I proceed marking 30 inches. Okay. I place it. I mark 30 inches. 30 inches. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and connect these broken lines together. I'll go ahead and connect this broken line together. You could use your free hand. You could use whatever is convenient for you, okay? Just go ahead and connect the broken lines together. So please, if you have any question, feel free to drop your question in the comment section. And if you are here to join our membership platform, that membership platform, it's a platform where you get detail of how to cut and sew perfectly. Okay, so it is well detailed there, and it's just for a token. All you have to do is just to click on the join when you on the platform. Okay, on my channel, just click on join. You will see the join on the right hand side. Just click. It's just for a token. You get the best. So let's move on. You can see I've connected the broken lines together. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do right now, look at the logic behind it now. Now, at this point, I marked 7.5 inch initially here. Do you understand? So that 7.5, I'm going to multiply it by 2. So 7.5 times 2 will give me 15. So 15, I'm going to add extra 2 inches. You could add 2 inches or 3 inches. Do you understand? But in this case, I'll go ahead and add 2 inches. So 7.5 times 2 gives me 15 inches. 15 plus 2 inches will give me 17. So 17 inches plus 1 inch for the seam allowance, giving me the total of 18 inches. So from this part here, from this unfolded part here, do you understand? So I'm going to measure the 18 inches. Let me draw it closer so that so from this part, this unfold part, I'm going to measure 18 inches, okay? So I go ahead and measure 18 inches. So I have my 18 inches right here. So after marking my desired This 18 inches I've actually marked depends on how wide you want the base of your skirt to be, okay? And it must not be too flare, okay? Because it's a fitted bias skirt. So after marking what I desire, or well, the calculation, that is 18 inches, so from this point I'm going to connect to the waistline, okay? So I'm going to connect straight to the waistline. So I'm trying to make it vivid so that you can see it clearly. That's what I'm trying to do here. So from this point, I'm going to place my tape rule, or you can use your ruler. Then I mark. So I place it. So I'm going to connect it to the waistline here. Can you see? So like this. So preferably you use your ruler, okay? So I'll just make sure I connect. I'm connecting from the waistline down to the hemline. So you are just going to be careful right here so that you achieve a very straight line. Can you see? I've connected. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is simply go ahead and cut, and that's all. Then we can proceed to the next stage. I want to believe that you are getting something reasonable right here. So I'm going to go ahead and then cut, tracing the line which I've marked on the fabric. So like this. So if you want it curvy at the side, you can just come up by just 1 inch. But I don't see any essence of coming up or any curvy because it's already okay. So I will just go ahead and cut, like I said. So if you are here to subscribe this channel, please kindly do that. Just click on the subscribe button below and you hit on the notification bell so that you'll be part of this great family. Can you see? So I'm done cutting, as you can see it right here. So I'm going to detach this. So this is the skirt. So I'm going to spread it out so that you can see it. Can you see? So can you see 2 pieces? Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now, because it's going to have a facing, so all I need to do is just to spread it out like this. So I'm going to lay my fabric on it, the facing. I'll lay it on it. Okay, I'm going to lay it on it. Then I use it to cut it out. So just one piece. I will be using just one piece. Then I'm going to fold my facing. Okay. So in cutting, the length of your facing should be like 3 or 4 inches shorter than the length of this. You can see that the length which we use for this skirt is 30 inches. So when you want to cut your facing should be, that is 30 minus 4, your facing should be 26 inches. So your facing should be around this side, from here to this side. It shouldn't be down to this hemline, okay? So that is how to cut. So I'll be right back and show you. So as you can see right here, I've cut out all the facing for the skirt, and actually what I did was to place the facing on the fabric, which enables me to cut it out, tracing the line, just exactly what I explained to you the other time. So it's two pieces. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is this. What I'm going to do is this. This is the fabric, okay? Then the facing, I'm going to use the facing like this. So it's going to be wrong side to wrong side. And you can see vividly that this is the wrong side of this fabric. Why? I will be using this. Okay, this is the wrong side for this facing. So I'll be placing it on each other like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so after placing it on each other like this, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and stitch this edge. Stitch it. So it's going to be, the width is going to be, the length is going to be less than 0.5, just little. I'm going to stitch it from one edge to the other edge. And this is what I will be repeating on the second piece, okay? So I'll be right back. Now, as you can see right here, I've sewed the edge, I've stitched the edge of the fabric to the facing. Can you see? Can you see? And I've also done it to the second piece as well. So can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to lay it on each other. So I'm going to lay it on each other, right side to right side, this way. So I'm going to place the second one right on it, like this. So having done that, so I will just go ahead and stitch. So I'm going to bring the main fabric up first, like this. I'm going to start from the hemline up to the waistline, like this. So I'm going to stitch like this. So by the time I get to this point, then I continue with the facing. I will also take the facing like this, just on that single row. And you see, then I continue and I stitch. So this also will be repeated on the second side here, okay? So I'll be right back. As you can see right here, I'm done stitching the two sides together. Can you see? Can you see? You see, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and fold the facing. So I'm going to hem the facing round, okay, just round like that. Then I will also proceed to the main fabric. I'm going to hem the down part. So I fold it one, then twice, second time, after which I stitch it round, okay? So you can see it's very easy to make. So I'll be right back, okay? As you can see, here comes the conclusion of this tutorial. Can you see our beautiful skirt? I want to believe that you have gained one or two things in this tutorial, Please, if you found this tutorial helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do that now. Like I said, just to remind you again, our membership platform is just for a token. There, details of each videos will be explained. Okay, the video you have there will be explained, and other subsequent videos will be released also. So thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please kindly drop your question in the comment section. So till we meet again, bye for now.